Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're gonna have ourselves a 1v1 on Kholodny Ferma. Our heroes today are going to be Mr. HOI-kim Jong playing as the Soviet faction in the blue, and his opponent in the red is going to be HOI-PauL.a.D playing as the Ostir or Wehrmacht faction. So this is the first game in the new patch from the 21st of July. Game coming out on the 22nd, I suppose. Well, I don't suppose so. Unless something goes wrong, it'll be later, but it's not on the 21st. But regardless, we should be seeing some new and exciting stuff. And to start off with, PauL.a.D is going for the Mechanized Assault Doctrine, with which he got himself the Assault Grenadiers, which, you know, nothing out of the ordinary, so pretty good. We do have a 2 PIO opening. We have wire getting laid down up on the northern part of the map. Cutting off that approach, cutting off the southern approach as well, and the munitions are going to be much more protected. Obviously, you can focus around here. Kim Jong getting no tech, because I don't think tech is going to be that common. I don't know. Well, I guess the meta will have to stabilize after a while, and we'll see what is and what isn't standard anymore. But yeah, I mean, obviously there has been some tech changes with the way that both the Ostir and the Soviets work. Namely, one of the key differences here is that if you notice, the HQ, it can actually build the MG42. That has been changed to no tech. You can build it straight from the HQ. And for the Soviets, it got switched around so that you can build either tier 1 or tier 2. They do have different costs. Ooh. Nasty engagement here in the center for Kim Jong The Assault Grenadiers popping into the house right before they get in, while they're hopping the fence, denying them the house and getting them not slaughtered, but pretty badly beaten there as the PIOs and the, well, Assault Grenadiers lay into them heavily and do a lot of damage. So we see PauL.a.D going for a double PIO, double Assault Gren opening, and then into the MG. So no tech for him. And considering no tech, then I'm assuming he's going to be skipping tier 1, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Kim Jong just continues to build more conscripts. Conscripts. That is standard pretty much everywhere, and I'm assuming that's not going to change regardless of the patch. Maybe it'll be less favorable now, but we shall have to wait and see. Southern munitions point, we see a big engagement. Double Assault Grens pushing on a conscript squad and a combat engineer. They do manage to close the distance, taking some losses, but oh, the Assault Grenadier squad down to 1 man. They are not getting focused fired, and the conscripts are getting badly beaten here by the Assault Grens. Down to 2 men. They make it out of there, and the combat engineers are going to have to retreat too if they don't want to die. Ooh. Narrow engagement for both sides. PauL.a.D getting the better end of it, as he does manage to, well, win the engagement and stay on the field. But yeah, I mean, that Assault Gren squad barely makes it out of there. If Jong was focusing fire on it, it would have been bad. Conscripts in the center getting chased down by PIOs. A little bit of a embarrassing situation there for the conscripts, but there they go. They finally notice that, wait, somebody's shooting us in the back. Let's just turn around and shoot them back. And yeah, the PIOs are going to take a lot of damage. Of course, well, they did get themselves out of the range and arc fire of the MG, so, you know, not just a coincidence, but it's funny to look at, I suppose. And yeah, I was saying about the tech situation with the Soviets. They made it so that tier 1 and tier 2 are no longer the same cost as far as fuel and even manpower, I believe. And then you can only tech up to tier 3, and you need tier 3 to get to tier 4. So, and also units have been rearranged around there, namely, you have the Su-76 in tier 3. And you have the T-34 in tier 4 now. I think those were the only 2 that was swapped around. We'll take a look if we can, but yeah. So Kim Jong fighting all over the place. The PIOs being quite aggressive, doing a lot of damage. Well, not a lot of damage, but, you know, be quite a nuisance, really. Conscripts hold up in the house. The MG is kind of looking at them, although the hedge protects them from direct line of sight. Still covering the angle. Southern point, we have conscripts capturing territory. Damn, I'm sorry, I forgot to put myself in a way. Let me fix that very quickly. And there we go. That way we should no longer see that Fortune is playing something. Sorry, Fortune. So conscripts up in the north. capturing some territory. Conscripts from the north retreating. Center map, we got conscripts going for the strategic point up in the front. Holding up inside the house. SMG is going to be shooting into the house. There is a decent amount of firepower coming out of there. That's 4 windows. So they have quite a bit. Down to 4 men, so now that's 100% firepower. But that is a lot of firepower in those windows coming out, or into the windows. And the conscripts do have to evacuate quickly. Kim Jong-un selecting the guard rifle combined arms tactics, something we haven't seen for a while, giving the conscripts the ability to hit the dirt. However, they probably don't want to hit the dirt against SMGs, as the SMGs are just going to riddle them in the ground. So, still, you know, an option there, but he more than likely went for the guards, because we have guards now on the field for Kim Jong-un, as we see that Paul.A.D has selected Tier 2, straight to Tier 2, and is getting himself the 222 scout car coming out onto the field now. Southern part of the map, we hear another engagement. Assault grants engaging the conscripts. Conscripts forced again to retreat. And we hear something getting... Oh, there we go. POI-.A.D squad hitting a mine down south. Not too big a deal. We see S minefields trying to get laid down there by the POI-O's. Guards sniping them with their PTRS rifles, and the POI-O's barely make it out of there. We do have the 222 on the field. Was that a change, or let's see? Yeah, 222. So it looks like the 221 was changed. I did read the notes, guys. I just didn't read them recently. I'll, again, try and read it over once again to make sure. But it looks like the 222 is now the standard. You don't have to upgrade it. It comes out into the field like it. Because, yeah, I mean, there was really no reason to upgrade, but cool. I mean, that's plus here for the austere, right? Conscripts moving up to the southern part of the map to engage. All of them hold up there on the remnants of the tank. Half-track now on the field for Paul.A.D, getting upgraded with flamethrowers. We may be seeing the return of the Flammenwerfer, the flame half-track. Once a terror of the battlefield. Well, may yet be that once again. Kim Jong-un, realizing that there is obviously 2 vehicles on the field now, goes ahead and gets himself another guard squad. He has yet to tech to anything, so he does need to rely on that Kholodny squad to be able to do much. He does have access to anti-tank grenades already. From the HQ, he has selected the field infirmary and the anti-tank grenades. Nope, no Molotovs just yet. There we go. Conscripts backing off. Guards getting some nice shots off on the Flammenwerfer. The Flammenwerfer getting a lot of damage in there with his flamethrowers, but backing off. 222 providing some nice damage and support at distance. PTRS rifles fly. MG42 setting up right in front of the approaching infantry. Will be able to catch a lot of those troops out in the open. Only a conscript squad, but the second conscript squad was forced off of the field. Flamethrowers going off. Everybody forced to retreat. And Paul.A.D puts himself in a great spot here, as his troops for Kim Jong-un are out of the field, and he's going to go ahead and disconnect the southern resources. Up in the north, Kim Jong just capturing territory with whatever he can. Conscripts, combat engineers, and we also have another conscript squad going for here. Sandbags are getting laid down. We haven't seen that in the game so far. Guess both players are a little bit more interested in what can and can't be done with the new balance changes. But, you know, there's no reason not to build those, because they're always going to help. So Paul.A.D capturing the southern portion of the map. He is sending his flame half-track up to the north. Combat engineers were trying to lay down a mine. It would have been a great mine, especially in that position, but gets caught by the Flammenwerfer and is forced to retreat. I don't know. Is it a Flammenwerfer? Whatever. It's flame half-track. Paul.A.D calling in the half-track, the Mechanized assault group, which comes with a Panzer Grenadier squad on top of it. Very good at running down infantry. 3 conscripts so far. The flame half-track chasing them down. That squad is not going to make it out of there. Panzer Grenadiers can focus down the retreating men. No, they're not going to. The oh, mine gets hit. PTRS rifles fly, and a nice pickup here for Kim Jong-un as he eliminates the flame half-track. As Paul.A.D got a little bit too bold there. He thought he could get the flank on these guys, get a lot of flamethrower bursts, and get a lot of damage. Conscript squad even made it out of there alive. So Paul.A.D not in great shape. He does still have this other half-track able to get repaired there. POI-O's could just pop themselves inside if they want to get a little bit of cover from those guards. And they do. And the Panzer Grenadier is now on the field, engaging a conscript in the north. Conscript squad, well, I mean, it's a Panzer Grenadier. That doesn't change. It's always going to lose. And they are not even retreating. Down they go. And the Piles decide that they want to carry a box inside the half-track because it is filled with important supplies and material for the war effort. A little bit broken, but it's still in there with them. So they're going to protect it with their lives. Center map. Conscripts, guards, and all manner of Soviet infantry pushing into the center. Assault Grins forced to retreat. I was moving up. So, yeah, I mean, looks like that's probably going to be, if not popular, but a viable selection now, especially because, well, they changed it so that the MG is now from the HQ, meaning you can skip Tier 1 now because, well, really the MG was the critical part of going Tier 1. So we may be seeing a lot of tierless starts for the Ostyr. Med bunker going down, up in the north. Panzer Grenadiers retreating. It's going to have to retreat through 2 conscripts and a guard squad. May actually go down here. There's a lot of firepower in its direction. Even PTRS rifles down to a sliver of health. Can it make it out? I don't think it's going to make it out of there. The conscripts are focusing it down. Shots fly, and down it goes. Almost made it out of there, but Panzer Grenadier squad goes down for Paul.A.D. He does have Tier 2. He could replace that if he wanted to, but something tells me he's probably not going to do that. Med bunker coming online. Out in the front of the base, we see Kim Jong-un pushing out once again with a lot of infantry. He has 3 guards on the field. Conscripts, combat engineers, and guards moving through the center. We had double conscripts and a guard squad up in the north. And where's that 3rd guard squad? Only now coming out onto the field. 222 engaging the conscripts up in the north. They do have heavy cover, however, they are being flanked, so they're not getting any benefit of the heavy cover against that 222. The other one up in the north does have it, so there it goes. A2 grenade does go off. The half-track gets nailed. Damage on the engine, and the combat engineers pop out with their flamethrowers. Decent amount of damage on the conscript squad, forcing it to retreat at 4 men. The guards are still online and available. The half-track will make it out of there. Assault Grins pushing forward. Needs a little bit more support up in the north. They're going to be able to close the distance. There goes the sprint, getting right on top of all the infantry. Will he be able to clean them off? I think so. They're going to take some damage on the approach. Down to 3 men on the first squad, but the other squad is full strength. Grenade goes off from the guards. Oh, but didn't really do much. Assault grenades. What is it called? Yeah, whatever you call it, but assault grenadier grenades going off. Very similar to the infiltration grenades, though it didn't seem to do a lot of damage. And, well, they win the engagement, but nothing much happened. Both players retreating, and there we go. Guards in the center, capturing point. Combat engineers going for the southern victory point. Gonna try to put the pressure on Paul.A.D. Paul.A.D. is sitting pretty at 497 victory points, while Kim Jong-un has been bled to 299, so he is, you know, he does need to focus on that a little bit more, otherwise he's going to potentially put himself in a tough spot where he may be killed by victory points. Tier 2 did go down for Kim Jong-un, but that seems to be just for safety measures to have access to the AT guns if he needs to, because he's going straight for Tier 3. Up in the north, we see the half-track with the flamethrower Pios engaging the guards. Guards forced to retreat. There was a 222 also shooting at them, so, you know, it's understandable. And there they go. Guards moving up into the shack, getting a decent amount of damage on that bunker that went down. Interesting that Paul.A.D. set up a MG bunker there. Interesting location too, but it's good. The flamethrower half-track, or I mean, it's not really the flamethrower half-track, but it's still a half-track with a flamethrower. Doing the damage there on the guys inside the shack, forcing them to retreat, doing about half damage there to that thing, and we now have the Stuggy on the field for Paul.A.D. Double Stuggy, in fact. Wow. Well, I mean, he did save up a lot of resources, so the Stuggies are going to be doing a decent amount of damage. I believe some things were changed for the Stuggy, but I don't really want to be looking it up right now, although maybe I should be responsible and do that. I mean, being responsible would have actually implied that I do it beforehand, but I can still do it on the fly. Why not, right? Why not? Let's see if we can get in there. So Stuggy's pushing all the way to the front of Kim Jong-un's base. He is building himself an Su-76, like we said. The Tier 3 now provides the half-track, the T-70, and the Su-76. So I always felt like that kind of had to be the case. Maybe not that same setup, but at least having the Su-76 in Tier 3 rather than 4. So that will help him out against these Stuggies. The Stuggies, remember, are more designed against infantry rather than tanks. Obviously, they can't kill a Su-76, but the Su-76 does have much more opportunity to kill it instead. And the Stuggies push up, do a little bit of damage to what they can, and they retreat. Su-76 now on the base for Kim Jong-un. That should give him some breathing room. There is a lot of infantry on the... not infantry, a lot of vehicles on the field for Paul.A.D, so a second one would probably not be the worst idea, but I'm thinking he probably needs to get himself a little bit more power. So the Su-76 moves straight into the field, takes a shot at the bunker before realizing that there was a Stuggy looking at it. Realizes that the Stuggy moves back, so he's just going to shoot at the bunker and open up the southern flank. There goes the bunker. Su-76 has done its duty. But yeah, it's now going to be a little bit more open. There is an MG-42 covering the southern portion of the map anyway, so the conscripts will get shut down rather quickly. But Su-76 taking some shots at the Stuggies. The Stuggies are down, well, one of them down to about 3/4. And let's see if we can catch it here. What was I looking at? Oh no. Damn it, I'm looking at the wrong place. Trying to get the patch notes, but the patch notes were not added to the change log. They were because they made the other thing. Damn it. Okay, so we see Kim Jong-un. She's moving down to the south, conceding the north a little bit. We have guards inside the church. And we see Paul.A.D doing too much. The scout car, the 222, holding Kim Jong-un saying, "I am back." Yes, he left. Didn't really notice it that much, but I suppose it can happen.
Grenadiers standing by. The sector has been cut off.
See, I told you guys that I shouldn't be trying to search the change while the game is going on. I stopped talking for about a minute there. So we see that the 222 finally went down for Paul.A.D. Double conscripts and guards pushing on the Stuggy. Stuggy should be able to have a field day on this, but it does have to be rather careful, as there is, of course, that Su-76 on the field. There goes the shot. Nice hit. There goes the AT grenade. Crit on the engine, and the Stuggy is in bad shape. Could potentially go down here to the Su-76 or even the guards. The Su-76 moves up, takes a shot. Oh, it whiffed the shot. We do have a pack on the field, so the Su-76 can't pursue. And we do have a second Stuggy on the field taking a side shot there on the Su-76. Su-76 gonna have to back off, and the guards are unable to finish. Oh no, they are able to finish. A second guard squad comes up for the flank, and the Stuggy goes down for Paul.A.D. Nice pickup there for Mr. Kim Jong-un. Artillery, oh, nice artillery barrage there by the Su-76, nailing the pack gun. The pack gun will potentially be going down here, although we have piles with flamethrowers engaging the guards. The guards could potentially take down the weapon, but no, they have to retreat. We do have a second, no, I don't think it was a second. Yeah, that's the same half-track on the field. The Panzer Grenadiers are with, where's that a second? Damn it. Man, I missed so much because I've not been paying attention. I think that's the second one, but whatever. Anyways, we have a half-track here with Panzer Grenadiers and Shreks, so that is something that needs to be watched by the Su-76. The Su-76 could easily go down here to those double Shreks. And now that we have a little bit of a lull there, let's see if we can find anything about the things. No, actually I don't see that there was anything done with the study. So there you go. All that time wasted for nothing. So Kim Jong-un back at base, gonna be healing up his troops, reinforcing and all such things. Paul.A.D also kind of backing off right now. We have S minefields in the center victory point. Those are probably gonna hurt Kim Jong-un quite a bit. He does have 2 combat engineers, but none of them have sweepers, so yeah, that could actually be potentially dangerous.
Yeah, we're ready for anything.
Panzer Grant's capturing the southern fuel point. The southern victory point is not currently capped by anyone, but PauL.A.D does have double points, so he is double ticking Mr. Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un down to 182 points. PauL.A.D sitting at 424. Got bled a little bit, not too much. Still has all the time in the world. S minefield up in the northern path. We see the wire there, so the S minefield will be hitting these conscripts. Conscripts get hit, but they manage to actually stay alive. Only a little bit of splash damage there. Retreat path should be relatively clean now, so they're actually fine. The road is still mined, so it's, you know, dangerous, but hopefully, yeah, we now have sweepers on Mr. Kim Jong-un. PauL.A.D probably just waiting around for his Tiger. We do still have a Stuggy on the field, so it's not easy. Oh, combat engineers with the sweepers going for the center point. The Stuggy making sure that they don't get out of there alive. Well, manages to actually stay alive, but yeah, they were trying to pick up mines and they get shot by a tank. Probably not gonna go very well. Something hitting around here. What the hell is that? I mean, oh, yeah, I was like, he doesn't have any Colin. Well, of course he doesn't have a Colin. He has a base already. There you go. So Kim Jong-un utilizing everything, well, almost everything. He hasn't hit the dirt once, I don't think. But almost everything in his Doctrine, and yeah. SU-76 sent up to the north. We do have the half-track still around with a damaged engine. The Pios trying as best they can to fight the SU-76 with their flamethrower. The Stuggy could potentially take it out. It's actually turning itself around, but there is a mine there, so if it pursues, it could potentially kill itself. Oh, conscripts and guards, which is moving straight into the S minefield. Not the best idea. He knows that there was a minefield there, or at least he should have known, because of his sweepers. Realizing that, he now backs off. Going to have to not go for the point. 120 points still left for Kim Jong-un. He's capturing the southern munitions, but needs to cap that victory point. There is, however, an MG covering the entire sector, so it's very difficult to do so. Conscripts will go straight at the point, and they're going to get themselves suppressed, pinned, and killed if they don't move away. They'll probably have to retreat rather quickly. But we do have the guard squad in the north, could potentially come up for a flank on that MG. It's a difficult flank, but it could potentially do it. Back at base, no additional tech. Tiger now available to be deployed for PauL.A.D, and he does, because that's what he was waiting for. With the Tiger, I think he's just going to close the game. SU-76 throwing a barrage at that MG in the center. We do have that MG to contend with. Left-hand side, the artillery manages to clear out the MG-42, opening up the flank and the victory point to the conscripts. We do have a Pios squad engaging guards. The Pios will lose. We do have the Tiger moving down to the southern point, trying to make sure that nobody caps it, but the conscripts will be able to cap it. They're pretty clumped up. They could actually die at one shot. Oh, almost died at one shot. 2 members left. Gonna get cleared out by the MG. They're not gonna be able to cap the point, and that puts Kim Jong-un in bad shape. If he had at least capped the point, you know, before he lost the squad, at least he would have given himself a little bit more time, but he's currently still bleeding 2 points per tick. Center point, the SU-76 is engaging the Stuggy. The Stuggy, oh, he actually whiffs the shot. Stuggy will be remaining. Takes another shot, down to a sliver of health, but not dead, and we now have a Tiger right on top of the SU-76. The SU-76 has nowhere to go. Tiger going to be cutting off its retreat path, and the SU-76 does not have a turret to be able to shoot back. It just has to shoot to the front. Tries to back off. There is an AT... No, there is no AT gun. Actually, that's the artillery gun on the field. So Kim Jong-un losing his only means of anti-tank. Builds another SU-76 to try to fight it, but a lone SU-76 is not going to be able to fight a Tiger. Do have conscripts around. Southern point has been capped again, now by the pack gun, and the points are bleeding quickly. 36 points remain, no infantry on the field. Conscripts just sitting there, and I believe the game will be coming to a close by victory points, I suppose, unless Kim Jong-un throws in the towel before that. He is running out of time to throw in the towel before he gets killed. SU-76 and guards trying to engage the Tiger. The Tiger does get buttoned there by the guards. Maybe wanting to go out with a bang and kill off the Tiger before he gets himself killed as he's not even sending anything out there. The Tiger's still taking shots at the Su-76. The Su-76 is still alive. The guard's managing to button it for quite a while. The Su-76 takes the shot. Oh, the Tiger stays alive with a sliver of health, and down goes the Su-76. Not managing to get the pity kill. 3 points remain, and there goes the tick, and the game comes to a close. So not a lot of crazy stuff for the first game in the new patch, but we did see, obviously, a new... Well, not a new, I guess an old one, because we used to see it before, because of different, you know, different situation, different factors. But yeah, I mean, we may be seeing Saltgren opening much more frequently now, simply because of that, because you can build that MG from HQ, and you don't necessarily need to get tier 1. So we shall see. Hopefully we'll be seeing some interesting games in the future, and the meta will provide some very interesting and nice strategies to watch, right? So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.